And away we go.
Alrighty.
Alright. We're going to start with the elephant in the room.
Now, what's that?
Haven't you heard?
Are we talking about the fact that there might be a vote that a million people voted signatured, right?
Yes. Over 1 million people have signed a signature calling for another
I
election.
agree with it, but I didn't put my name on it because I don't want my email on that fucking list because I don't know what they're going to do with that. But quite honestly, they might use that as evidence to fucking go after you or something like that. I don't want my. I didn't vote on it. Considered it, and then I realized I had to give an email. So fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I believe in it though. I do hope. I just didn't want to give my email out on the thing. You never know. Maybe they'll use it as a way to fucking. Maybe it might be some type of psyop to realize who's actually on the side. And there's probably a lot more people like me that probably think, yeah, I'm happy for a general election, right? But I'm not gonna. I just didn't want to. Wasn't gonna publicly put that out. I just wasn't gonna sign a document on that. But I did say I'm not going to sign it, but I do agree we need a general election. I'd also be up for I would also be interested in people to put up a poll, put up a petition. Should the UK join Should the UK people of the UK join America as a state? Seek state membership, American state membership. I personally think it'll come to that. I personally think we'll probably end up becoming Americans, one way or another.
Yeah.
What do you think the likelihood that happens in the next 50 years?
May take a little more than 50 years, but
I think it'll take a lot less than 50. I think the way things are going, there's people, Jamie, the GB News is talking about maybe we should just join the state, become a state. 50.
no, can't argue with that.
If GB News is saying it, and mainstream media is saying it, right?
You know something is up. Something has to be done.
But fair enough, GB News is very right wing, but I think a lot of people on conservative side are even thinking it. I think we're all thinking it. I think Jacob Rees-Mogg's thinking it. I think Boris is thinking it. I think we're all thinking it. All conservatives are thinking it. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of liberals there are probably thinking it. I don't think it's no offense, right? It solves a lot of our problems if we were to join become America, right? We would be able to focus. We could refocus our money on what our funding on, like building up the local areas, right? We don't have to worry about defense. We'll just have America defend us because they have to deal with all they'll have to take over all our responsibilities on our treaties and protections, right? They'll have to take over all that anyway. Besides, they also get all our land as well. Who knows? What else is there?
The Russian National Football Association might consider joining the AFC.
What's that?
Okay, so AFC is the Asian Football Confederation. So we're talking football, and there's different confederations that organizes continental level tournaments. And
we're
the thing
talking
is,
about this, right? So
yeah,
if Russia really wanted to, they could join the Asian version of Eurovision.
but there
Which
is
has
no Asian
China,
version of
which has
Eurovision.
Korea, it has Malaysia, it has North Korea.
The thing is, though, there isn't an Asian version of Eurovision.
There
has
is.
been talked
There
about
is.
it, but okay. How long that's been going on for?
I think a couple of years now. It happened, I think, last year.
Last year. I have heard talks about an Asian version of Eurovision, but I haven't seen any additions that have ever
Eurovision Asian Song Contest.
Okay.
The Asian Song Contest. 2024, 2023. I think it started in 2023.
Interesting.
It's mainly done by their friend China. It had Bangladesh, China, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea, Laos, Malaysia, Philippines, Taiwan.
Wow. Taiwan?
Maybe Taiwan and China are a lot more friendlier than you think. Hello, Taiwan. This is China speaking. Time to come home to Papa. That's funny. Okay, what else is there?
Japan, US to form missile plan in case of Taiwan emergency.
I think Musk is looking to buy MSNBC, and effectively the new consortium. But Comcast is selling it some of its cable stuff, right? Well, not selling it. It's putting It's creating a new shell corporation, right? Which is gonna have its own public company, right? And I think Musk might be interested in acquiring it. That comes public. Did you hear about the fact that influencers might be getting access to the press badges in Washington?
Oh yeah, I was aware of that months ago.
It's big.
Yeah, it is.
I can see Patrick Bet-David. That I could see. I can see why Patrick Bet-David, especially his election coverage. I can guarantee that he's planning on building a media company where he effectively has content and podcasts, and they also have effectively actual election coverage. You'd be surprised how many actually YouTubers were covering the 2024 election. Some of them were actually better than CNN. Surprisingly. What else is going on?
Alright, so I looked up Eurovision Asia Song Contest. It says the Eurovision Asia Song Contest is an upcoming singing contest. It is to be like the Eurovision Song Contest, but it would be held in the Asia Pacific part of the world. The official website was launched in 2017 and showcased the planned launch of the Asian spin of the Eurovision Song Contest. The website would continue to receive updates until 2019 when the website was frozen and no changes were made until 2023. On June 14th, 2023, Blink TV revealed the revamp of the website and the text stating, "More information coming soon." And on October of the same year, 2023, the website would be put into maintenance with the previous branding used again. No changes have been made ever since.
But the song contest has been taking part because there's music.
Well, that could be argued and debated. But if such a contest has been held, how come I've never seen YouTube videos of it?
Because they weren't really pushing it, and let's be real here, Asia has their own social media. They don't tend to use YouTube, remember? They use Weibo. I don't think WeChat is very prevalent, and WeChat is very prevalent in WeChat, and the Chinese social media is very prevalent in South Korea and Japan, by the way. Asia tend to use all the same social media as China. For a country that supposedly is not big fans of China, right? They use their social media quite a lot. But yeah, so what else is there?
Let's just have a look. Blind spot.
How old were you when you realized others couldn't see the Matrix? Interesting.
Yes.
That was tweeted by Elon Musk. How old were you when you realized others couldn't see the Matrix? 2 years ago. When I was 22, 23.
I say the same.
I realized what's really going on. I can understand what's going on in Ukraine more than the vast majority of people because I've looked into it. I went too far. I know who runs the world. I know for a fact it's a bunch of I don't actually think the Freemasons run the world, by the way.
But who does?
I think it's globalist, right?
Yeah, the globalists.
Can I be honest? I think it's the WEF and Davos, right? I don't actually think the Freemasons are actually a part of that.
They have an influence, but
they
don't have the powers that we think they do.
They have influence, right? But I don't honestly think that they're part of that. From what I'm seeing, Jamie, they're a bunch of fucking people that they're religious, right? They're Christians. From what I get from the Freemasons, right? They give the impression, they don't make it obvious, right? But I gave the impression that they're just a bunch of people that love the British Empire, right? And effectively, they love Christ. They're very pro-Christian. That's what effectively I get from it, but I could be wrong. Like the Freemasons, from all I can see, it seems like they're very loyal to the king or queen or the British monarchy. That's what at least seems. I think. So, what do you really think that happened during the American Revolution? Well,
I can't be too sure about the American Revolution.
Do you think there actually was bloodshed, or do you think there was actually a real animosity? It was just not played up for theatrics to try and go and freaking manipulate France and their enemies. I don't honestly think that Britain. I think Britain actually wanted them to leave the Union. They just had to play it in a certain way, so it didn't look like they were giving up territory.
It's all an act. It's all for show.
It was an act to draw out for Britain's enemies and to make them show how fucking two-faced they are. Britain and America never really had a split. We were always one country, and we still are one country. It was just an act. Because we wanted to create a country with Freemasons, a Freemason country. And that's what America's built on. Do you think Zionism and Freemason can go together, or do you think they're two different things, two different ideologies?
I am certain Zionism and the Freemasons are two different things.
I do think Zionists did influence, and I do think Zionists did infiltrate.
In what way?
In what way? I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of Zionist people that got infiltrated by effectively becoming Freemasons, right, and slowly carved out and controlled it by manipulated behind the scenes over the years, and tried to distort the view of it, right? You know the fact that there used to be a Freemason party, right? I think there were people that tried to freaking. When there was a mass exodus of Freemasons, right, decades ago, right?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I think that might have been a coup at that point.
I see.
So what would have happened if America and Britain never left?
The UK and Britain never left.
UK and America never became two separate countries.
Well, if the 13 colonies were still part of the UK, I don't think it would ever expand the way that the United States as an independent country would have.
Britain didn't want to push the boundaries, and it would rather do trade with these people, with the Indians in those tribes. Because remember, Britain was a mercantile empire; it wasn't a war machine. Were there parts of it? Yes, at first in the early days, but as
it's
it
mostly the
grew old,
resources.
it became effectively a mercantile empire where it basically did trade. That's why we got That's why we had so many remote areas in in Asia that was in Eurasia, that are effectively just trade outposts for our spices. And so what territory, what else is there?
Have you heard of Woke Inc. by Vivek Ramaswamy?
Well, he's woke.
Have you heard of the book Woke Incorporated by Vivek Ramaswamy?
I haven't heard of the book.
Well, I've read it a couple of months ago, and it looks like a deep dive into how we should never mix politics with business. That is at least the rough idea. And what he said in this book, I think the greatest example I can think of is in regards to the rebrand of Jaguar. You know?
Yes.
And
Iran prepping to attack Israel.
Also, speaking of Jaguar, Jaguar boss condemns vile hatred after backlash to new advert.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you want to fucking sell cars, you're going to fucking have to do what the customer wants. We do not want fucking woke ads. We want you to fucking sell a good product. We want you to fucking make an ad that makes it appeal to masculine men. We want you to. Who do you think drives Range Rovers? Who do you think drives Evokes?
Wealthy individuals?
Wealthy individuals, or people that are or people not even wealthy individuals, really. Because realistically, you can get a car on pretty on finance effectively, right? Not many people actually own their own car nowadays. The people that own Range Rovers, right, or Discoveries, right,
Yeah.
and G wagons, right, or Defenders, right. It's effectively people. It's farmers, mid-level executives, mid-level managers, offshore workers like oil and gas workers, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've shafted the oil and gas workers. Labour shafted the oil and gas workers effectively. So the SNP. Those people will be out of jobs, so they won't be able to afford fucking vehicles. You've shafted the farmers, the people that can fucking afford your vehicles. You've effectively, your policy is probably going to shaft, some of the economic policies probably shafted the people that the mid-managers that could probably afford the vehicles. The people that are trying to advertise to you, they don't have money. They don't make money, they don't do anything. All they do is sit on their asses, do nothing.
It's quite a shame, Jaguar, to go down this route. They really have a recognition.
Musk might buy it. I think Musk might pay a couple. How much do you think Jaguar would be worth right now if they were to buy it, to sell it?
Oof. It's been a while I looked into that.
3 billion? 400 million?
Somewhere in the 100 millions, I think, roughly.
Pay fucking 200, pay 500 million or something like that. 300 million, right? We'll pay 300 million for Range. Elon buys it for free. Elon has Tesla acquire them for 300 million, right? That's pittance for them, right?
Yeah.
So acquires it for 300 million. We've got Jaguar. Buy their plant in fucking Britain. Yeah. I see no reason why Elon shouldn't just buy Jaguar. It's a good brand. Have it be a sub brand of fucking thing of Tesla and just make it. Have it be a sub brand of Tesla. Have it still do petrol cars and effectively just make it just make it a sub brand. Have it like a nice little sedan and then have a nice sports Jaguar, so like that. Maybe you could take the Tesla Model S, that supercar, right? Tesla supercar, right? Maybe you could fucking have that come under Jaguar. Just change the badge and call it the Jag.
Yeah, they could take inspiration from that. Australia dumps plans for fines for social media giants enabling misinformation.
Who has?
Australia has withdrawn a bill that would have fined internet platforms up to 5% of their global revenue for failing to prevent misinformation online.
Farage is saying there should be a general election. He's asking the public.
Well, it's early days. We have to wait and find out what the council has to say about it.
Oh my god.
What?
God, that's so lifelike.
What is?
God, Jimmy, watch this. Take a look at this video. It's once you get done. It is concerning. It might make you. It might even do it, right. That's
Oh my,
that's
a robot. Oh well, that's pretty good. Too good. There's no way people can fall for that. Even I haven't heard about this. I still wouldn't fall for that.
Can Trump run a third term?
Well, that depends. Right now, it's unlikely.
All he has to do is repeal the fucking 22nd Amendment. He can run for as long
Exactly.
as he
If
wants.
he repeals that, then Trump might have a chance to get another term.
Do you think the Republicans could do that, though?
Well, by the time Trump gets into office, he can sign whatever bill he would like.
Wait, does he have the votes to fucking get to be able to allow that?
Why would a president need votes to sign the bills?
No, I mean to fucking annul the fucking 22nd Amendment. Wouldn't he need fucking voting power from there? Or people? Or can he actually do that himself?
Actually, it got me thinking now. Maybe in terms of amendments to the Constitution, they could get...
Yeah, they need a fucking... To amendments to a majority, they have to get like a majority or something like that, or like a two-fifth problem majority.
Like, there has to be a clear majority in the House,
1 million signatures
and then
in
a
24 hours.
two-third
Britain is
majority in the
rising.
Senate.
We want our country back.
Good grief.
And we also want to join America. King Charles, what's he up to?
Don't know, don't care. Whatever goes on in his life. Good for him, I guess. I got mine too.
They want to demand King Charles force Starmer into an election. Do you think Starmer would oust him?
Starmer oust who?
Do you think Charles would oust Starmer and replace him with someone else?
You know, that is possible. But it's unlikely you would have that kind of attention to begin with. Because the royal family is intended to not be political. So it's hard to say.
But we all know that Charles is a fucking leftist.
But the royal family live in their own world. They don't have to worry.
Why can't we just get rid of the monarchy and join America, become a state?
Well, that's a different story altogether.
I want freedom, I want liberty, and I want America. I want American rights in Britain.
It's going to take a lot of protesting, campaigning, and convincing.
We can do it. We can do it.
It's possible, but it's going to take a while. A couple decades, I'd say.
People say in 2025, people are saying that 2025 Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland will vote to fucking become a Commonwealth of the fucking America. But who knows if that'll happen or not?
Well, with enough interest, it's going to take a while, but it's doable.
Others are emerging of police deny entry and arrest citizens merely trying to access a shopping centre. It's already been abused.
Data centers powering artificial intelligence could use more electricity than entire cities. Goodness me.
Wait, they're forcing kids onto trains. This is wrong. Are they trying to fucking Jew these people? Kill these people like Jews?
What?
They're new laws. What
the new laws?
Remember the fact that the Starmer just offered and gave police sweeping powers to effectively arrest anybody they see fit and kick them off, force them off premises. Do you remember this?
I'm not sure.
They gave Starmer, and we even said they're going to use this to come after fucking right wingers.
What are even these new laws anyway?
Look them up. Here, Starmer introduces a respect order in which police officers have the power to ban people from non-criminals from places and activities. It's open-ended, so anyone taking part in anything can be banned. Freedom of speech and protest in the UK has been dismantled effectively. If we even fucking stand, you know what? We can't do exactly what America did, right? Fucking stop them from fucking rigging votes. If we do that, if we were to stop that, Jamie, they would fucking arrest us. We can't have if America doesn't help us, we're fucked. They can also use the power these things on social media online as well.
I'm not surprised to begin
They're
with.
coming for your private cars. We've been warning you for several years now. 2030 agenda aims to abolish private vehicle ownership, entirely bankrupting motorists. One of the tools being used to achieve this objective. Motorists are given only months to prepare for Rachel Reeves' car tax. Could see drivers pay double. North Korea says it will welcome British refugees fleeing Keir Starmer's dictatorship.
That's going to take quite some convincing.
An elderly British woman is told she must leave and sell her house for below market price because the homes will be used to house fake asylum seekers. Out of your home by your own government to house people that hate you and everything you stand for.
I'm shocked, but honestly not surprised.
Just admit it, white America was better, it was.
Well, how much of it?
All of it. Our beautiful cities that were conquered over but our beautiful cities that were conquered over, right? And turned to despot and shitholes. Right? Are they bad people? No, but you can't say like the country has been governed. You can't say like certain states in Africa are governed well, can you?
Every government have their own issues.
Every government has their own issues, Jamie. But again, for all the blacks that claim, oh, we invented everything, right? Yet you fucking like Africa's a shithole, a third world shithole. And I don't even class Egyptians as fucking Africans, right? They're a completely different thing. They've actually built societies. Same with Egypt. It's just different. So what happens next?
All distractions, celebrities coming out of the closet.
Can we get rid of Starmer? We just have him get kicked and then just call a general election and vote Trump in. No vote. Can we literally just become American and just have Trump lead us? I mean, literally just have Starmer. We can have Farage as our local governor.
With enough interest, it's going to take a while.
It'll happen. It's only
at some point,
option.
yes, but it will be quite a stretch and quite a challenge. But there will be some people that don't want that to happen. That's the thing.
Why wouldn't they? Why would they want that to happen? America's awesome. You have a better GDP. We'll be stronger.
They don't want to give up on their sports teams.
Take a look at this. This is basically a map of where all the illegals are in our country. This will probably be viewed as a fucking hate crime soon, won't it?
Well, I don't see what's so incriminating just showing a map of asylum seekers.
You think that you think Keir's not going to say, "It's a hate crime. You're trying to go after these people. You're putting a target on these people's backs."
At this point, they'll say anything and say, "Oh, you posted this, you posted that. That means we have the right to arrest you."
The fucking boys in blue are coming to people's doors at fucking 2 a.m, lads. That's not normal.
This can easily be resolved. You can easily say, how can you say that's a hate crime? How can you say that me posting this is me saying, oh, I don't like these people coming in? They're not actually saying it. They're just posting. They're making it as complicated than it should be. Unless they say it, then what's the reason? If they actually say it, then that actually gives the police a reason to do what they have to do. But otherwise, are you just bored with being...
I'm trying to see if anywhere near me actually has a fucking illegal asylum. I'm pretty sure Aberdeen has some fucking cunts in it, right? Like, I see it, right? I can't see sometimes when I go into that city, I can't even see a single fucking... I honestly can't see a single white person. Or if I'm lucky. In that place. The countryside's the only fucking decent parts. Like, well, that's not illegal immigrants, that's an invasion. Oh,
what is it now?
3 or 4 in my fucking next to my town, my city.
What happened to your city?
There's 3 or 4 fucking legal centres, hotels filled with them.
You have 4?
Glasgow's fucking filled with them. There's one in fucking Elgin.
I only got 1.
I've got fucking 3.
You got 3, and I got 1, and my constituency has the strongest Labour support. That I cannot get.
And we're
over.
In the fucking and the people are in where I live, right? We've got a couple of Labour boroughs, but it's mostly Conservative. At least the one I've got is Conservative.
Well, I can't say the same. I can't say that for myself.
It's like
there's only one constituency that is. There's only one borough. There's only one constituency in my entire city that's Tory. I've always voted Tory for years.
Fucking hell.
Until this election, they voted for Labour.
They didn't vote for Labour.
No, the constituency that has always voted for Tories for years have voted for Labour this election.
Was it okay? So you have none.
So there are no Tory MPs in my city.
Have you got any by-elections in May next year?
Not that I know of.
Fuck.
I don't think so.
We just had quite a couple, right? We just had a local by-election right now, right? We flipped fucking 3 seats.
Wow.
To fucking
All right,
Tory. 3 seats to the Tories. Reform didn't do that well, but we did it. Reform came second place here. Second or
as
third
always.
place.
They always come second, even if they don't get a seat.
Is that good or bad? But they're not putting everything into it, though.
Well, look, if a party comes second, it's better than coming dead last. Well, it shows that there's progress in that party to gain support.
But again, I don't think they're putting everything into it. I think they're honestly waiting until May election. If they win any seats, then fine. But I think they're putting all their thing to building up branches in the country.
Yeah, I think the branch has already been established in my constituency.
Is he trying to flip seats like?
Well, he's trying to.
Will he win?
Not in my constituency. Again, it has a very strong Labour support, so it's gonna be quite a journey.
There's nobody. There's none in Jersey.
Jersey?
Guernsey and Jersey.
What about it?
There's none. There's no illegal boats. There's none in the Isle of Man. There's none in the Hebrides.
Well, of course they're not. They're small islands. I don't think they will have the capacity to fit even a quarter of a boat, let alone an entire one.
Suffer then?
And also, these islands, Guernsey and Jersey, they don't have the opportunities the mainland has.
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 minimum in Northern Ireland. Compared to, I'm not gonna lie, compared to England, we're not doing too bad. We've still got people. So how would it go if Scotland were to become like a state of America, right? We've only realistically got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities, and the population's at least 5 million. I think if we were going to do Scotland, I think we would be including the Hebrides as well. So what else is there?
Let's see. Oh yeah. And he's trying to reconnect. 1 eternity later. And he got booted off the recording booth. Oh, hello, Eric. Not much. So, this is funny. The moment you came on, a few seconds before, Risk was having connection issues and you just got booted off the studio.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's like the one time we did an episode and the recording just stopped because you were talking about abortion. Like, that really gets you thinking.
Yeah, what was Risk talking about?
Okay, so, we were talking about by-elections in the UK, and we're talking about Scotland joining the United States, and Guernsey and Jersey not having any immigrants coming to those islands because they're not where the opportunities are that they want. And I think that's the last time I remember what Risk said before he got booted off out of the recording studio.
Well, is he gonna come back, or is that it?
I think he'll come back.
Well, dang, I'm not gonna lie. I think this. I don't know. I think this app has some sort of a bias or something. I don't know. It's something.
Well, we won't be too far off. However, we don't know until it's too late.
And that's true. So, what were you guys? You said you were talking about like elections in the UK and all that stuff.
Yes, the by-elections, which are mini elections in each constituencies between the previous election and the next election. And I think Risk was talking about how Reform UK were establishing branches in each constituency, and there's already one established in my constituency. And Risk asked the question, do you think Reform could win my constituency? And it's like, nah, they have a very strong Labour support, so I doubt it will have in the next election. But at the rate it's growing at, it is likely. They get second place again, but only be a few votes off from actually winning the seat.
Okay, well, how long have you guys been recording for?
40 minutes, roughly.
Ah, got you. Okay, so, yeah, just try to get Risk back in here, because, I was just kind of let's join to see what you guys are talking about, then, probably build off of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did?
I don't see... Oh, yeah, he definitely did. I would get off the app, but it's... Yeah, I don't know why Riverside does that, but it does. Wait, why did somebody build a robot that looks like Donald Trump?
What I want to know is that I have a hunch that the CIA and other intelligence agencies probably have the access to that technology. You did see that guy, the thing that animatronic that looked extremely like Putin, right?
You said an animatronic that looks like Putin?
Yeah, it did. It's like Putin or Biden was giving a speech, right? It kind of looks like an animatronic. Didn't actually look like a real person, but someone said it looked like a double or something like that on YouTube on X, but
Who knows? It probably is a double.
probably there are. But saying that Putin, the Putin back then and Putin now doesn't look like the same person.
I mean, it could be because of age.
Or it could be the fact they murdered him and they've replaced him with someone else.
Huh. Well, why? I'll be honest. How would we know? Because doesn't Putin do? I don't know. Doesn't Putin go against certain things that we go against?
A lot of the things that he says, things that he goes against, we probably agree with him on that.
But why would they murder Putin back then? What did he do?
He wasn't going to be controlling. He wasn't going to do what they wanted.
Oh, and
they wanted someone they could control.
And they're controlling this Putin.
Remember,
here?
Let's be real. Remember, he's either a clone or something. I'm pretty sure they've got the ability to clone people. They've had it for decades. Remember, what most investors want to know is all the patents that the U.S. government hoards, right? The technology U.S. government hoards. They've had access for years, but they don't release it because they don't want people to become too intelligent and smart.
Well, they'll probably release it when it can. When it is convenient for them. Yeah, but for now, it's not.
It's not. There's a certain technology that if they were to release to the public, like this water car, right? This car is powered by water, right?
Right.
The guy that invented that product got fucking offed, and then it got swept under the rug. Some people say, "Oh, it's the big automotive industry that did that."
I honestly wish that
oil and gas.
I honestly wish that we could somehow build off of that again, man. It's like I feel like that
you did. It's called hydrogen.